Okay, let's actually watch the video, shall we? Let's take a look at what this is about. Let me lean back.
Video about a problem that is driving people absolutely insane.
Come on, mate. You can do it.
Do another video about a problem that is driving people absolutely insane. Today we're talking about
What is this quality? Jesus.
fast food pricing. Tell me if this has ever happened to you. You're hanging out with some friend and really craving some quick and easy food. You
Yes.
go into a place like McDonald's and
This
place a
happened.
simple order. Let's say 2 Big Macs, box of chicken nuggets, 2 large fries, and 2 drinks.
Yes.
You arrive at the window and the cashier looks at you and says your total is $36.
What did you order again?
Food. You pull into a place like McDonald's and place a simple order. Let's say 2 Big Macs,
2 Big Macs,
box of chicken nuggets, 2
box of chicken nuggets, but like how many? So I'm looking at like 6 there, so I'm assuming 6, so three for you, 3 for your friend, right? And 2 Big Macs, 1 for you, 1 for your friend.
large fries.
Large fries, sure. You can share it with your friend.
You arrive
And 2 drinks.
at the window and the cashier looks at you and says your total is 36.
That's not too unrealistic though. Not because it is how it should be, but because in today's day and age, that's like expected price, right? So if if 2 Big Macs are like $5, chicken of nuggets another $5, so that's like 15. Large fries 5, right? Roughly 5, 6. So that's like $15, $20, and then 2 large cokes. Like got 4, 5, $6, something like that. Another $10 there, close to $30, right? So that kind of makes sense. I'm not exactly aware of the prices in America, but it's also super expensive here as well. I'm just guessing.
The window and the cashier looks at you and says your total is $36. Now, some people would probably eat their meals and move on with their lives, but if you're like me, this interaction might get you thinking, how the was my total $36? Well, if this or something like this has happened to you, you are not alone. I'm here for you. Come here. Come on. Closer. We can get through this together. As a consumer, you have the right to understand why you
Limited time only, I'm loving it. 0% interest financing for 36 months. Try the 200. Okay, I actually took that seriously for a second. Okay, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Your dollar doesn't stretch as far as it used to. How did fast food, the one thing that was
Yeah, it used. Apparently, this used to be a thing in America. I don't live in America. I'm not American, but apparently in America, you used to be able to get $1 menus like drink, burger, fries, $1, which is insane in my mind when I think about it. I don't know. It's never been the case here.
was supposed to be affordable become so expensive? Why did this happen? Who's to blame? What happened to the dollar menu? And what's going on with celebrity meal deals, fast food apps, and more? Let's dive in. In the late 1980s, fast food restaurants like Wendy's and Burger King introduced a groundbreaking idea that would forever change the industry: the dollar menu. Wendy's launched
What? Hold on, Americans can correct me on this one, but I thought that dollar menu was a McDonald's thing. I didn't know that it was it was actually a Burger King's idea, which is interesting. I actually didn't know that because dollar menu is always associated with McDonald's. So I was just like, okay, this McDonald's thing, but no, that's interesting.
a super value meal with items priced at just 99 cents each. Soon after, Burger King followed with the 99-cent Great Taste menu, where you could get a Whopper for, no joke, 99 cents.
That's crazy. That is crazy. 99 cents for a Whopper is bonkers. It's dirt cheap, essentially.
The strategy was simple: give customers more for less. It allowed people to enjoy a variety of foods without breaking the bank. The concept was a hit, and by 2002, McDonald's introduced its own.
Of course it was a hit. Of course it was a hit because like most people are not able to afford super expensive stuff anyway. Masses.
game-changing dollar menu, featuring items like the McChicken and the McValue fries, both for just $1 each.
Delicious
With just
stuff.
a few dollars, you could eat like a king. But as the years progressed, things changed. Dollar menus became value menus. Whoppers are most definitely no longer $1, and now for a few
God
dollar
damn.
menus became value menus. Whoppers are most definitely
$6 for a Whopper is... It's not even double or triple. Look at this. Look at this. $14 for a triple Whopper. That is so much money. That is insane levels of money. That is like unbelievable levels of money. What?
no longer $1, and now for a few bucks, you might be lucky if you can get a single item from a fast food restaurant. And it's not just value menu items that have seen price increases. Fast food prices overall have surged dramatically, especially in recent years.
So McDonald's is 100. Popeyes is definitely high. Popeyes is 100 quadrillion % high. I mean, even here, sure, economy is, it's what it is. But like even here, the Popeyes is just so expensive. Popeyes in general is just so beyond expensive now. McDonald's is also expensive, but I was not expecting it to be 100% of the price. So that's like double, is it right? Double the price.
According to the Consumer Price Index, fast food prices has nearly risen 28% from 2019 to 2023. Specifically, McDonald's has...
That's 30% over COVID, which you wouldn't really expect, or maybe you would expect, depending on how you look at it, right? So like you wouldn't expect it because it's COVID, but then you would also kind of somewhat expect it because one, nobody's able to work anymore. Two, probably the supply chain is being disrupted, but we're out of COVID now. So why are they not rolling back the numbers back, right? They're just keeping it the same, if that makes sense.
Increased its prices by more than 100% over the past decade, which is 3 times the rate of inflation. And it's not just a few fast food places.
Wow.
Popeyes, Arby's,
3 times the rate of inflation.
and even Burger King have raised prices beyond the point of inflation. If you really want to see a big difference, take a look at this menu from McDonald's in 1999 and compare it to the current menu. Look at this. It's...
I know that it is nostalgia. I know, but the old menu just looks better. The old menu just is so much more sexy. I don't know what else to say.
insane. We are now at the point where prices have increased so much that nearly 80% of Americans say fast food is now a luxury because it's so expensive. That's right, a luxury. You heard it first here. If your significant other takes you out on a date to get fast food, that counts as a luxury.
They got their little they got their ice cream right next to it. Man, McDonald's and Burger King's ice creams are so delicious. Oh my god, dude. They're unrivaled, if I say so myself.
Dining experience. Now sure, it's common for the prices of consumer goods to increase over time. That's how inflation works. With inflation, the cost of things like raw ingredients and transportation go up. Aside from Arizona iced teas, nearly everything eventually rises in price. But typically...
Wait, is that actually true? Price of Arizona iced tea since 1992. It's 99 cents. Wait a minute. How are they even able to provide this service? Like, wouldn't they just go bankrupt? I mean, granted, they have probably multiple products, but it's actually kind of insane that they were actually able to keep the price same nonstop, right? Actually, I've heard this story. I'm not exactly sure how accurate or real this story is, right? But from a story that I've actually heard, it was about a Japanese company, like an ice cream company or like a sugar-related, lollipop, sweet-related company. I'm not exactly sure what it was. I think it was like a chocolate bar. Not sure. But apparently they used to produce one type of product, very specific one. and they had to increase the price like a very, very small margin. And if I'm not mistaken, the entire company, including the CEO, with all the workers, came out, like literally 20 people in a line, CEO at the very front, right? And CEO was like, everybody bows. And the CEO is like, we're very sorry for increasing the price because it's been the same price for decades, but now we have to. Which is insane work ethic right there. Like insane dedication. Insane dedication.
Arizona iced teas, nearly everything eventually rises in price. But typically, these increases are gradual, nothing this drastic. So why is fast food so much more expensive past the point of inflation? Now, the obvious reason that everyone likes to point
10,000 jobs. Jesus. $20 minimum. America is supposed to be the best and greatest country in the world. How about you got Americans? You guys, yes, you, do let me know. How are you guys not able to provide minimum wage? I mean, third world, second world countries are able to do it. I mean, granted, they're not first world countries, or they're not the best country in the world. But like, how are you guys not able to do this? Right? It's just weird to me. I don't know.
Point two is rising wages.
Joining me now is Fat Brands chairman and founder and former Fatburger CEO, Andy Wiederhorn.
Fatburger CEO.
Increasing hourly wages for fast food workers, what kind of an impact has that had on your business?
Well, someone's going to pay for it. Prices are going to go up. The wage pressure is going to drive prices up. Burgers go up by 50 cents or $1. You're going to see pizza go up. It's just expensive.
A man named Andrew Wiederhorn, a former Portland business whiz kid, now indicted in California for allegedly taking $47 million out of companies that he controlled. The indictment alleges
well, we're a very honest company. And, you know, we never do stuff like this. And, you know, we don't really have any money left to pay our employees because of the minimum wage rise, right? It's from $15 to $20, $5 more. It's just too much for us. Oh, this? Don't look at this. It's just it's just for my son's new birthday present. You asking what it is? Well, you don't really have to know about that. It's a Porsche. Cut it off. Cut it off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Saying that you're not able to pay your employees because of the minimum wage rise and then blaming the voter base, meanwhile, you're embezzling company funds. Despicable. Absolutely despicable. Absolutely unacceptable.
Wiederhorn and his family used the money for their personal benefit, including private...
Who could have guessed this? Of course they're gonna buy Rolls Royce. What else are they gonna do? What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna live in a normal apartment like normal people? They're not poor like you and me. They're rich.
Travel, vacations, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, other luxury...
There's nothing wrong. Look, listen to me. I'm not a political activist. I'm not a crazy person. I am as apolitical as it gets, right? I don't have a brain. I don't think. But I think we can all agree that embezzling company funds and stealing money is probably not a good thing. Right? It's definitely not legal. It's definitely like ethically and morally, it's definitely not good. I don't know what else to say. I don't really want to say, you know, he's been getting that bag, so I can't really blame him. Because I don't support crime. But, I mean, he's doing what he's, I guess, doing. I don't know what else to say.
Automobiles, jewelry, and even a piano.
Well, someone's going to pay for it.
Many people argue
someone's going to pay for it.
Wages are the factor for driving up prices, but I don't think that fully paints the whole picture. For example, McDonald's workers in Denmark make more than $20 an hour, yet their Big Macs, on average, are 3 cents cheaper than in the US. So, despite higher wages, their Big Macs actually cost less. If you look hard enough, you can find plenty of these examples across the world, and even in in the US, where despite higher wages, prices are the same or lower. On top of all this, there have been many studies that have found that increasing the minimum wage
Oh, my food is here.
like fast food restaurants or even
Let me go grab my food and then I'll come back and then we can continue. Alright, let me go grab my food. And then we'll continue. Right. Be right back.
doesn't increase prices. The University of Washington completed a study that found despite Seattle's minimum wage hike, it didn't boost supermarket prices. So I don't really think it's fair to blame fast food price increases on rising wages. In fact, I kind of think that's a cop-out. Fast food pricing isn't limited to one variable. Multiple things have impacted pricing over the last 5 years, and I feel like I'm going crazy.
How many paper is this thing? Is it even wrapped in cheese? Fresh bread. Delicious sauce. This was expensive, by the way. This was quite expensive. It was moderately expensive because I got a coupon, right? So good.
Because almost no one is talking about the other more significant parts of this puzzle, like companies running inefficiently, businesses blowing money on ludicrous things, and massive corporate leadership failure. For example, in
Makes sense. Let that guy who stole the money.
2019, Chris Kazemski became CEO of McDonald's. Unlike many of his predecessors who rose through the company ranks, Chris spent most of his career outside of McDonald's, with roles at Procter & Gamble and PepsiCo, before joining.
Definitely skills that you require to become the McDonald's CEO. This can never end badly, right?
In 2015. This background is quite unconventional for McDonald's, where leadership often comes from within. Typically, McDonald's CEOs have been individuals with a strong understanding of the company's vast network of franchisees, who are
As you would assume or hope.
essentially individual business owners running their own operations under the McDonald's brand. When Chris took over in 2019, it stirred up controversy. He implemented major changes, including large-scale corporate rebranding and store renovations, which demanded significant capital. These changes, driven by the goal of boosting profits and strengthening the company's position for shareholders, led to the corporate rebranding.
McDonald's new CEO drove turnaround plan hated by franchisees. I mean, it makes sense. They gotta spend more money to renovate stuff, and they don't really care. They just want to sell fries, right? In the same oil that's been in use since 90s. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke, but you know, it is what it is.
Controversy. He implemented major changes, including large-scale corporate rebranding and store renovations, which demanded significant capital. These changes, driven by the goal of boosting profits and strengthening the company's position for shareholders,
This is so good, by the way.
led to the rising costs we started to see then, and we continue to see today. But where is this money going? What even is McDonald's and these fast food companies investing in? What is costing companies so much that they need to increase their price?
Well, they're renovating the ice cream machine, which still doesn't work.
Well, let me introduce you to advertising.
The Chief Marketing Officer of Taco Bell, Taylor Montgomery.
Live Moss Live, how we feeling? This is the finale. Live Moss Live, how are we feeling? That's more like it. Next week in every single Taco Bell, next Thursday, go get your cheesy chicken crispinata. Oh, it's for real. One more? Behold the Crunch Wrap. That is a Cheez-It inside. 16 times the size of a regular Cheez-It.
Is Taco Bell actually parodying Todd Howard? 16 times the cheese? I never tried it though. It's not available here. If it was, I definitely would have eaten it. 16 times the cheese right there. Good one.
I present to you the Cheez-It Crunch Wrap.
The advertising industry is $1 billion.
That was so... I didn't know. I mean, it is so weird when you think about it, right? That Taco Bell actually has an E3 type of thing going on for them. It's so weird.
Behemoth. And despite rising costs, companies are consistently increasing their spending in this area. Fast food is no exception. In fact, according to the reports from 2021 to 2022, fast food companies increased their social media and digital advertising budget by 75%.
Jesus. Davante Adams, 3-time All-Pro wide receiver and Taco Bell partner. What does that even mean? Hold on. Time to investigate. What the hell is even All-Pro wide receiver? Hold on, man. Taco Bell All-Pro wide receiver. I don't even know what is that even supposed to mean. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Taco Bell's post. All right, let's actually take a look at this. Let's actually take a look at this. Taco Bell's post. All-Pro wide receiver. What does that even mean? Don't really care. This is LinkedIn, right? So it's the same guy. As we headed into this holiday weekend, our friend Davante Adams, because yes, the same guy, right? It's the same guy. All-Pro wide receiver is prepping for a game. What does that even mean? What the is that even pro wide receiver supposed to even mean? Let me know in the comments.
Are shelling out record sums of money. You can't tell me this has had zero effect on the consumer. And while it's true good advertising generates sales,
is that actually Pete Davidson?
bad advertising can hurt businesses and cut into bottom lines. And you might think since most fast food restaurants are owned by franchisees that they don't pay for advertising. Well, that's not really how it works. Franchisees typically contribute a portion of their sales towards corporate advertising. For example, Burger King franchisees pay 4% of their gross monthly sales for corporate advertising. McDonald's is about the same at about no more than 4%. Even Subway franchisees pay 4.5% towards corporate advertising. Even Subway
4%, right? Right. How much even is that? So if you make 1 million, I mean, this is random numbers I'm thinking. 1 million divided by 4%, right? Let's say just 5% to make it easy on us, right? That's 2, that's 10, right? And then 5 zeros. So that's 200,000. That doesn't make sense. That's 20,000, right? That's 20,000. Let's say you make 1 million. Divide it up by 5. No, that's $200,000. Yeah. No, wait. That's about 5%. I'm not thinking of percentages up. I'm actually dumb. That's 5%, right? That's 20. So that's 50k. It's 50k. Because that's 1 million divided by 20. Right? Because that's what that is. That's 50k. So you pay like 50k if you make $1 million. Yeah, that's how that works.
Franchisees pay 4.5% towards corporate advertising. If advertising costs
So this isn't strictly to McDonald's or anybody else, right? This is everyone essentially.
While not delivering the same expected results, prices will reflect that. Which leads me to this guy. Can we talk about how dumb
Man, all of those people who died, who game-ended themselves in the Travis Scott concert, crazy.
fast food celebrity meal deals are? From Travis Scott to BTS to Cardi B and J Balvin.
There was a Cardi B menu, really? How would I never heard of this?
Cost of these celebrity endorsements are undoubtedly affecting the average consumer. Don't believe me? Travis Scott admitted in a Forbes 30 Under 30 that he was paid $20 million.
Jesus. That is so much money. If you gave me that money, if you gave that money to any normal person, they're for generations to come. Their grandkids and their grandkids and their grandkids and their grandkids. Generational wealth right there.
For his McDonald's special meal endorsement. $20 million. That's actually more than what the McDonald's CEO and chairman makes, which is $19.2 million a year.
Man, it must be good to be a CEO. I aspire to be a CEO one day. I think everyone should be. Because like, that imagine somebody asking you, right? Hey, how much money you make? Oh, I make 60k a year. Oh, I make 100k a year. Oh, I'm a software developer. I make 150k a year. And then this guy comes and it's like, how much you make? I make $20 million a year divided by 12. So that's what, like 150? So that's like $1.5 million roughly every single month? Jesus fucking Christ, man. So many Bugattis. So many Lamborghinis.
What's fascinating about these sponsored celebrity meals is this is a recent thing. McDonald's never used to do this. Before 2020,
don't know who she is though.
They only ever had one major celebrity combo meal, and it was back in 1992 with Michael Jordan, which was at limited locations in Chicago.
It is funny. Because, look at this. Now, I'm not trying to get sued, right? Plus, granted, this advertisement is quite old. But when you look at it, right, it says, look at this. MacPack, fuel for Air Jordan. No, it is not. Michael Jordan is not even eating McDonald's. He needs to be at the top of his game every single time. Rest in peace, right? Or was that Kobe? That was Kobe, sorry. Michael Jordan is still alive. My bad. Got it mixed up. But I'm not American. But Michael Jordan is not eating McDonald's. He's not eating McDonald's. We all know this. Come on, don't lie to yourself. Michael Jordan is not eating McDonald's. No. He's not. Stop lying.
But now it seems like every year they're shelling out millions to have some random celebrity combo meal that isn't even a good deal for the consumer. With all the celebrity combo,
what does that say?
Isn't even a good deal.
So this is for BTS, right? This is Korean stuff. Limited time collab. 10-piece nuggets, sweet chili and Cajun, medium fries, medium cola, and then it's $11.30. Jesus. you don't even get a burger, like not even like a Mac, not even like a small like a cheeseburger, not even that, and it is $11.30. That is so much. That is so much money. If you got a burger, right? If you got a burger, and not a small one, right? A little bit of big one. I mean, even then, if I'm not mistaken, now in America, even cheeseburgers are quite expensive. Even like McChicken is quite expensive, so I wouldn't expect too much. But $11.30 just for this is quite a lot. I won't lie, it is quite a lot.
Deal for the consumer. With all the celebrity meal deals McDonald's has done over the last 5 years, this is undoubtedly costing McDonald's millions. Now sure, that's just McDonald's. Not every fast food company is doing this, but many are. And over the last 10 years, McDonald's has had the highest increase in price out of any other fast food company. And now all of a sudden they're giving celebrities millions of dollars for these meal deals? I doubt that that's a coincidence.
It makes you think. They're like, hey, we don't have money. We got to restructure, and the prices are going up. But somehow they're able to pay these celebrities $20 million a pop. Crazy. There's something not adding up here.
Coincidence. Chipotle, another brand we are familiar with on this channel, has been in the news for rising prices as well. And sure enough, they have also partnered up with celebrities and even content creators to promote their food with
It is Dobrik Burrito. $9. 1,300 calories. Chicken, brown rice, black beans, fresh tomato, salsa, extra roasted chili con salsa, light cheese, and side of guac. $9. How big is it though? Calories is quite high. That's like more than half of any average human should ever eat. So depending on the size, from just looking at this right here, it looks loaded. Now granted, it's an advertisement. But if it actually is loaded like that, $9, and depending on how big it is, right? $9 doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that bad, right?
Special meals over the last few years. Subway is another great example. Home of the original $5 footlong, they spend a boatload of money on celebrity endorsements.
Man, it really used to be like that. Footlong in Subway used to be $5 in America, at least. That's crazy. Now, no, not even close. You cannot find, there's no such a thing as $5 footlong. It doesn't exist. It's just not a thing. Nada. Zero.
And guess what? They just called an emergency meeting as
what is that?
Celebrity endorsements. And
new footlong sidekicks. They're what? How have I never heard of this? I mean, I don't live in America, so maybe that's because of that. But there used to be a footlong cookie. Really? How expensive is that thing nowadays? $10, $15? Maybe I'm exaggerating. $8, $9, close to 10. Cookies in Subway is just too expensive. I know it's a novelty item, and I know it's like super delicious. It's like a one-time thing that you eat, but the cookies, and again, look, they taste great if you ever had them. But they're super expensive. They're like mega expensive, right?
And guess what? They just called an emergency meeting as there are reports their sales are plummeting. Here's an idea. Stop paying celebrities millions of dollars and use those millions to offset the cost of your food. Yes,
exactly.
From a business standpoint,
they'll never do it. They'll never do it because these companies are being ruled by the marketing and HR department. They're never gonna make those decisions.
good advertisement can definitely pay off. However, from a consumer standpoint, I'd much rather get my food cheaper, even slightly cheaper, than get a special sauce from Sweetie. But it's not just record high advertising increasing food prices. Another large
True. I don't even know who this is. Apparently, she has her own meal in McDonald's and has like special sauce. It's probably just some variation. Those nails are fucking crazy, by the way.
But it's not just record high advertising increasing food prices. Another large driver is the way we order food. We have to talk about food apps. Companies are pouring millions of dollars in.
What are those nails? Jesus Christ.
Their food apps. Wendy's, for example, plans to invest $35 million this year into their mobile and digital menu experiences. Just this past year, Burger King allocated $250 million towards a royal reset, with an additional $150 million to enhancing Burger King's mobile app. And in theory, I think investing in technology for these food apps is a good idea. People want easier ways to order food, organize their coupons, and have cool reward point systems. However, we can't deny that it's coming at a cost. And I think this would be a fair trade if it was actually a fair trade. But is it just me, or do most of these apps blow? McDonald's, for example, says they are investing hundreds.
Most of it does. Most of these apps are just horrible to use. They're not intuitive as well at all. Most of them just horrible to use. They're not even good to use. They're not comfortable. They're just cluttered. They're just not even nice. Right.
Of dollars in their app and digital marketing services to win back customers, announcing they're offering a $5 meal deal like the good old days. Well, guess what? If you're ordering food for you and your girlfriend, you're screwed because you can only use one coupon at a time. Go on a Friday and you want to get those free fries that they're always advertising. Sorry, you can't.
Free fries. So many of these advertisements, so many of these apps, you just get in, you get a notification, and it's like, hey, we got this new thing. You want to get it? You're trying to go get it. It's just, it's a clusterfuck of just whatever. You're never able to get anything. That you like most of the time, the fries that they even give you are like small fries in like white paper bags. It's just not even enough to even put a dent in the hunger that you have. Maybe if you're ordering something, maybe if you want something extra, you put it right next to it, right? Other than that, it's just like a quick little snack. It's not even a snack, it's just something. I don't even know what to say.
Can't get the meal deal now. And just like before.
And yeah, that's also another thing. It said it right here, right? Watch this.
Advertising. Sorry, you can't.
It's always one-time deal, right? All of these things, they're always just one-time deal. You cannot get them again. You cannot even open a new account to do it. You cannot rig the game. Why? Because they require your phone number, they require your email, they require your name. So they get you right there, right? So all of these deals usually are just one-time things that you can only do one time and one time only. And then other than that, it's gone forever. It is gone forever. Hold on, let me get the flash of my camera so you guys can actually see me. Oh my god. Water. There you go. Much better visibility. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Let's keep watching.
Can't get the meal deal now. And just like before, it's not just McDonald's. Most food apps try to present themselves as this massive place to get food savings, but only allow you to use one coupon at a time.
Exactly. Again, it's the same thing that I've been talking about, right? Just like 2 minutes ago. It's just you can only have a single coupon or a one-time deal, and it's never usable again. That's how they get you, right? So they put their food in the door, you try to close it, it hits it, and then you're done.
Pick and choose your tiny amount of savings. And sure, it might be a few dollars here and there for a single person, but that adds up for families, which is why 80% of Americans now consider this a luxury. On top of all that, these
fast food is so expensive nowadays. It's just unbelievably expensive. So of course most people consider it luxury. Even not in just America, in Canada, in Europe, in many other parts of the world, in Australia especially, was horrendous like 6-7 years ago. I just can't think how bad it is now.
In reward points aren't even
Especially if you're ordering with like Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever, it's even worse. Don't even try it. You have to go and eat at the establishment. Which, good luck walking there because it's like 30 minutes away. If you don't have a car, you're fucked.
McDonald's, every $1 you spend, you get 100 points, which means you have to spend $60 to get a free Big Mac or a free Happy Meal.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. $60. So how much that is? That's 6,000 points for a single Big Mac. Which is granted, if you're, I don't know, if you're like adding it up day by day, slowly, then maybe right over the course of like couple months, you get a free Big Mac, right? It's like, oh, hey, I got a free Big Mac, it's whatever. It's just like, something that I usually eat at McDonald's anyway. But that's the thing though, most people don't eat at McDonald's anymore around the world because like it's just so expensive anyway. How are you even able to like get anything is the question, right?
At Starbucks, $1 equals 1 star, which means, no joke, you have to spend $100 to get a free drink.
Unbelievable. So this is how they do it, right? This is how they do it. They intentionally put the price point of the point system at a certain amount, like quite high. Like $1 doesn't seem that much, right? So that's fine. But the amount of points that you earn and the amount of points that it requires for you to actually purchase something is just so high. They intentionally put it super high, right? That's the point.
Burger King, you get 10 crowns for every dollar you spend, which means you have to spend $75 to get a free Whopper. And the kicker...
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's just too much money. Not with Fiddle. Not with Fiddle.
If you finally earn many of these rewards, you can't combine them with any other offer. So just like before, you have to pick and choose your tiny amount of savings. So we've got a counterintuitive... Yeah,
that's another thing. It's another thing with these food applications, I guess, is the one way that you can actually put it, right? It happens here as well. It happens everywhere around the world. If you have Uber Eats, if you have Grubhub, if you have anything else, when you try to like, if you have like two, like for example, an offer will pop up in the app, right? In the food application, the food app that you use, it will say like, hey, if you buy this item or this menu, or like if you order from this specific restaurant in the next like 10 minutes, we're going to give you this amount of discount. Sweet. Then you go to the checkout and you realize that you have another coupon that you want to use. You cannot combine them. No, sir, you cannot combine them. They have to be separate. So see, that's how they get you, because they know that they know that you're trying to get the lowest possible price, which is nothing wrong with it, right? Everyone want to guess that, but they will lose too much money that way. So they cannot allow you to actually stack the coupons, because if you actually are able to do that, at some point, if you have enough coupons, you're just going to get the stuff for free. There's nothing free. Free doesn't exist. Free samples at the market that you go to, like free sample sandwiches, maybe, but you can't even grab more than one anyway because you're too embarrassed. So nothing in life is free, right? Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. So that's how they get you. They don't even allow you to like combine coupons that you have. No, sir. You can only get one deal at a time.
Coupon system, lousy reward point programs, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but these apps also track everything you do, and if I'm gonna be honest, that kind of makes me...
Do they track everything that you do? I mean, technically they do when you look at it from a specific perspective, right? Because, like, for example, I use a specific food app, right? It's probably like that for you as well, in the Western world as well. But like, when you use Grubhub, when you use Uber Eats, when you use DoorDash, when you use anything else, if you have an application on your phone, what usually happens, which I actually seen it happen before as well. I'm not exactly sure if you guys ever had this happen to you, but what happens is that you're trying to you open the app, like McDonald's app, right? And you're trying to see like specific or like special offers that only for you. And the application is just like McDonald's app is like, hey, do you want to open your location? And it's like, sure, I understand why you're trying to do that. It's because you're trying to see which restaurant is closest to me, because you have literally a built-in like map application in your McDonald's app, so that the application actually, immediately direct you to the closest McDonald's, so you can actually not give up from buying the food that you want to eat, so that you can actually be incentivized to actually walk, take a bus, take your car, and actually go there, right? Because, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to earn more money. And nothing wrong with that, right? That's the job, right? It's their business. But he's right here when you think about it, right? When you think about it, he's actually right here. Because they get almost everything, right? You would think that it's just a food application and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to get a Big Mac or whatever. Or I'm going to get a Subway. But no, they have a built-in map in their application and they want to know your location. Luckily enough, some of the new phones that are out right now, like Samsung, Apple, you actually can pick that those applications are only able to access your location data when you use those applications. When you close them, they're not active anymore. So that's good. But he is right here. They actually have your location. So they know where you live. They know where you go. They know where you walk. Because that's data. So they can actually offer you even more special offers so you can eat more and spend more money. That's smart right there. That's smart right there. Let me tell you that right now.
You feel uncomfortable, especially when 2018 Panera Bread leaked thousands of customer records. Sorry, but I don't...
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, at this point, we're not surprised, right? At this point, it's like super unique. It's not a unique thing, right? It's not a super unique thing. Data breaches happens all the time. That's why you have your YouTube sponsors all around. And they be like, hey, we know that your data is out. How about we clean it for you, right? It's expected at this point.
I don't trust these companies at all, and I'm tired of pretending that using these apps just for a little bit...
I don't trust these companies. Not really. Maybe. Not really. Maybe.
Isn't the most inconvenient thing ever. Between this, shelling out record sums of money on advertising like celebrity meal deals, and dealing with inflation...
Man, Travis Scott meal, when did it came out? 2018? Something like that? Before COVID, if I'm not mistaken? 2016, 2018? 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me on that one, if I'm wrong. But $6 for a meal. It's not too bad. What's the hamburger that they're selling in there?
Just for a little bit of savings isn't the most inconvenient thing ever. Between this, shelling out record sums of money on advertising like celebrity meal...
That's big fries. That's large fries. That's a medium or a large Coke. I can't tell because it's photoshopped weirdly. I don't know what burger that is, but I think that's a quarter pounder, if I'm not mistaken. $6 for it back in 2018 is not too bad. I wouldn't eat it all the time, but it's not too bad. If it released right now, you can guarantee it will be close to $10, right? $9.99 Travis Scott meal. You can bet your money on that one.
Deals and dealing with inflation, it's no wonder they're increasing the cost of their products. But clearly it's way past the point of, okay, this is fair for the consumer. And when corporations blame us, the average customer, or even wage increases for declined profits, it's pretty laughable. It's corporate negligence, if anything. It took me weighing 30 burritos over a month, a TikTok army...
He actually did that, by the way. Crazy. Immense dedication. So salutations to you, Zachary.
Numerous news articles and a whole social media movement just to get Chipotle to acknowledge they were skimping people out on food. I don't want to hear any brand blaming customers or consumers for their failures. If you can't provide a good and consistent product at a reasonable price point, then sorry, but I'm going to think twice.
Yeah, looks like Sam Hyde there.
about giving
Not related, I just thought it was
my
funny.
business. And clearly, I'm not alone. There are plenty of others skipping out on these businesses, and it's actually leading to change. McDonald's sales fell globally for the first time in more than 3 years.
World peace, finally.
As I mentioned, Subway recently
Hope it will be a wake-up call. We know it won't, but you know, it is what it is.
had an emergency meeting about their sharp decline in sales. Interestingly, some fast food and fast casual restaurants are actually using this as an opportunity.
Good for them, right?
Some companies are listening to consumer complaints and lowering their prices. Chili's, for example, reported a 15% increase in their sales thanks to their new 3 for a meal promotion, which
$11. Large Coke, large fries, a delicious and a very big and thick. Look at that meat. Look at that meat right there. That's like this. That's big. That's a big meat. Pause. And then 2 chips with sauce. You know what? I would say that actually is somewhat worth $11. I think, you know what? Actually, let me say this. That is worth $11. I think that's a good price for that menu right there. I think that's like justifiable, right? That's actually one of the best deal fast food that you can find on the market, right? I think that's good.
offers customers a drink, entree, and appetizer, all for just $11.
Look at that hamburger. That hamburger is gigantic. That fries is gigantic. That chips are gigantic. Coke is large. This is, by all definitions, I think everyone will agree on this one, is $11. I think it's worth that money.
The concept originated because Chili's was actually tracking social media conversations and noticed that many people were frustrated by the recent rise in fast food prices. It's amazing what happens when brands actually listen to their customers. And I don't know about you, but I think the lesson here is clear. If you have a complaint, don't be afraid to voice it. If you're noticing fast food prices are skyrocketing, consider checking out local restaurants or even cooking at home more often.
True. Home cooked meals is always better, right? For your health as well, and for your budget as well. Although some people in the recent years has been talking about how cooking a meal at home is not as cheap anymore. Not sure, maybe not so true. But cooking at home is always better. It's always better.
I lived in Tampa, Florida, and during that time, I didn't eat at McDonald's once. There were a few reasons for that, but...
And this is the proof. Look at these pictures. I would absolutely devour these. I would absolutely devour all of these foods. Your local restaurants, remember, they always have something unique, something good, something filling, something cheap and affordable. You should probably check them out.
Primarily because there were so many good local restaurants.
Oh my god, bro. Those chickens! Oh my god, oh my fucking god, those chickens, look at them. Are those barbecue buffalo chickens? With sweet and sour cream. Oh my god. It looks so delicious. Okay, when this video ends, I'm ending the stream. We're gonna react to Kane Pixel's new video tomorrow after playing video games again. I need to keep eating the rest of my food. I am so hungry, and this is just making me even more hungry. Just those chicken wings are absolutely killing me right now.
Restaurants around there that I really didn't want to eat.
Dumplings look good. I don't know what the fuck that is, but if I had to guess, it's probably Balkan food, right? So some immigrant food. So you know it's good. It looks bad, but you know it tastes good. You know it tastes good.
Fast food. But when I moved back to PA last fall, not gonna lie, I was craving it one day, so I pulled into McDonald's, saw their prices, and I'm not kidding, I pulled off.
Good for you. Good. If you're not super rich, that's what you should be doing. That's what you should. Great minds think alike. Exactly. If you can't afford it, which you probably can't, not that you can't, but it's just too expensive anyway. Why you pay a Big Mac menu and it's like large fries, large Coke, Big Mac. It's a whole menu. And then it's like $15, $16. Don't pay it. It's ridiculous. You can literally go buy a whole cooked rotisserie chicken at your local market, grocery store, whatever you have, for like $10. and you can feed your entire family with that. It's ridiculous.
Sure enough, McDonald's is feeling that impact. So yes, your voice matters, no matter how small. But that's everything you need to know about this fast food pricing situation. Hopefully I was able to shine a light on everything. Of course, I'd love to know your thoughts. I really try and read all the comments down below, so please make sure to leave them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Great video. I'm going to subscribe to him. Definitely amazing video. I'm going to give it a like as well. I can't really give that right now because I'm not signed in, so I'm going to do it off stream. But actually, let me send the video link, right? Let me send the video link to the chat so you can actually check him out. What was his name? What was the guy's name? Great video, Zachary. Great video. Definitely enjoyed it. Definitely agree a lot with most of the things that you say. Quite good, I would say. Quite good. Go subscribe, right? Here's the link. You can check it out yourself. Definitely you should. Great video. Definitely recommend it. Okay.